Welcome to Network Marketing 4, the video podcast that helps you improve and progress the network marketing profession while we provide guidance to those who are looking to join us. My name is Omar Muhammad, and over there is my co-host,
Michael Bazemore.
I know you a celebrity, man. I know people know you. So that's Michael Bazemore over there. So it's just two guys talking about network marketing industry, and we're bringing on other individuals to share their story as well. So, Mike, any thoughts before we get started?
No, we just, it's just a passion
Yes,
to really educate and inform that this is a viable profession and that it fits anything that you do with respect to your life, and we can show you better than we can tell you. So our goal is to bring different folks from different professions to show just that. So I'm excited. I'm fired up and ready to go.
All right, let's roll. Let's introduce our guests we got here.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest. I have the honor to introduce. I met this gentleman over 20 years ago, and just from day one, he inspired me, and I saw that because he inspired others. And the thing that stood out for me when I met this gentleman is just his humble, unassuming demeanor. You would never know the success that he had in this industry. And I was very grateful that he agreed to join us on this show. So without further ado, and we're gonna drill him with questions, just so you can believe that it is real, because this guy is doing it really big in this industry, and you'll be surprised his humble beginning. So we want to welcome on to our podcast none other than Mr. Oren Solomon.
Thanks a lot, Mike. I appreciate all the kind words, and thank you, Umar, for having me on. And man, the check will be in the mail tomorrow, man. I've known Mike for over 20 years, as he mentioned. We started years ago in the industry together, and to see where he's grown, he's developed into a tremendous business person, entrepreneur extraordinaire. And just happy to be on the show today to kind of enlighten your listeners and the people that follow you on what can really happen, in this particular industry. Obviously, network marketing has changed my life. So looking forward to the interview and sharing with everyone what's actually possible.
Well, I love it. Let's jump right into it, Oren. Prior to network marketing, what was your career? What did you do?
Well, I'll say this. When I saw network marketing, I was a college football player. Okay, so I played football in college. I had just finished trying out for a couple NFL teams, and I had landed a job in social work. And I was still in graduate school studying for my master's degree while working this job. And I was placing kids in and out of foster homes in the inner city of Philadelphia. And I realized really quickly that number one, there's not a lot of money in social work. But, everybody has to work a job. You have to get a paycheck to pay your bills. You know what I mean? Yep. But I realized really quickly that, 5 years from now or 10 years from now or 15 years from now, I don't want to be in the same place, working at this place, barely paying my bills and just getting by. You know what I mean? That's not why God put us on this earth. And so I realized quickly that I needed to do something else on top of what I was doing with regards to social work.
Wow.
So what led you to this industry? I mean, why network marketing? You said you were into social work. You were trying out for some NFL teams. Mm-hmm. What led you to this particular industry, network marketing industry?
To be quite frank, I was in graduate school while working as a social worker. Mm-hmm. But I played college ball with a couple guys who were still in school. They were a year behind me. And one of my friends who was graduating undergrad, he had answered an ad in the paper during senior week in college.
Wow.
And the person that ran the ad happens to be a vice president of the largest direct selling telecom and energy company in the world. Wow. And so he said, "Hey, man, I found something. You might want to come take a look at this." Mm-hmm. Now, I had nothing to lose. You know what I mean? Like as I told you, I couldn't see myself working that job forever. So I was open to opportunity. And that's a note to your listeners here. look, if somebody tell you they have something, at least listen.
Mm-hmm.
At least say, sure, I'll take a look at it. What most people tend to do is they'll say, oh, no, they'll immediately put in their head that there's something wrong because somebody that you don't know or someone that maybe doesn't have credibility with you is bringing something to you. And you are costing yourself an opportunity. You're costing yourself a new friend, a new network, maybe millions of dollars. So my first message to you guys is be open. So I was open. I went, I saw it, and it blew me away. I mean, I really realized that I wanted to do this on top of my job. I didn't think that I would make a career out of it, but I realized that I can make extra money doing what I'm doing. I'm going to do it.
Wow. Now, Orrin, it's interesting you say that. What you saw it, you realized that it's something that you had to do. What became that burning desire? What was it that just it seemed to ignite a fire within you to let you know that this is it?
Well, I can honestly say, first of all, I wanted to be a professional athlete. Mm-hmm. That was my goal, to be a pro football player. And so I wanted the lifestyle, I wanted to make that kind of money. When I saw network marketing, when I saw the industry, I realized that you can make that type of money in this industry. There were people, in fact, my mentor had learned from someone who was earning $1 million a month in this industry. And so, the first thing I asked him was, is it legal? You know what I mean? And then when I heard you can make that kind of money,
yes, sir.
I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. And then, another thing I'll tell people is, you got to find something that fits you. There's a lot of different companies out here, a lot of great companies. All right. For me, the industry that I chose was telecommunications. It just made sense. People use the services every day. So I got excited about it. I had a drive to be successful. I wanted to be somebody really, really bad. I had a great mentor. That's another tip to have. You want to make sure you have someone that you're working with that has integrity, that's committed to their craft and not bouncing around all these other different things. And they have a little bit of experience, and they really care about your success. So I just wanted to be somebody, man. That was the drive. Like, I wanted to be successful, and I couldn't really think of any other thing other than sports, which I couldn't do, to get me that end goal of being successful.
Mm-hmm. So prior to the network marketing industry, so did you have those skills? Did you have those skills leading up as you entered into the profession?
No, that's a great question. Some of them I had, some of them I didn't have. And I will tell you, being an athlete was an advantage, because, in sports, you're taught that, you got to be responsible for your actions. When you play on the football field, you have a job to do, and you got to do your job. You got to do your responsibility, and you do it as a team. You know what I mean? And we all for one, one for all. We do it together. Each one teach one. Of same principles of sports you can use in network marketing. Mm-hmm. Leadership, I was a captain, all that stuff. I was a quarterback in high school, but there were some other things I had to learn. You know what I mean? There were so many things I had to learn about our industry. I had to learn a lot about people. One of the things I had to learn is not everybody was an athlete. Not everybody is disciplined. You know what I mean? Not everybody has work ethic. So there were certain people that I came across, they were limited in their stick-to-itiveness. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they didn't have a burning desire to be successful. They didn't have the work ethic. But those same people could lead me to other people who did have that work ethic. So I had to develop a skill. I had to learn how to network, how to really network through people, how to taproot, how to relate to everybody from every socioeconomic background, situation, gender. I really had to learn those skills, how to deal with people, how to deal with women, how to, you know what I mean? Like, it was just, but I learned that in this industry. So you don't have to have all those skills coming in. You don't have to, because most network marketing companies have some sort of self-development system in place to help you kind of, get to that point. Now, some people are going to get involved and have success right away because they pay their dues somewhere else. right? And this is the right time and they're ready. Some people, you got to learn a whole lot. You got to go through a lot. You got to learn that people lie. You got to learn that people don't show up. You got to learn all kinds of stuff. It can take you a while.
Companies have self-development plans, but also, you know, as a person growing in a business, you have to have your own personal self-development plan for your success and the success you've had. What is your personal self-development plan, Oren?
Well, I do a lot of reading. You know what? Here's what I tell people. I got to be honest. When I first got involved in network marketing, growing up, I did not like to read. I just didn't. I was a kid that played outside all the time, and you know, I just played till the sun went down. You know what I mean? And my dad would always say to me, "Why don't you pick up a book? Why don't you read a book?" And it wasn't until I got into network marketing that I started to read. And so one of the first books I read was Think and Grow Rich. Changed my entire life on how to think and how to be an entrepreneur. And so now I do a lot of reading. But you know what, man? You know, when I got involved in network marketing, we didn't really have the internet. Internet was like dial-up. And now you have so many resources online. I read somewhere the Pope said that the internet is God's gift to the world. And there's, you can go online and find information. You can find so much stuff on the internet, man, about anything, personal development, family, where you're from, but you know, anything. So, you know, I do a lot of research. I do a lot of reading. I listen to a lot of audio. I watch a lot of video. And what inspires me are people who do extraordinary things, you know, and I apply it to my network marketing business. I'm sorry. You know, guys like LeBron James, like I love what he stands for, because he came into the NBA with so much pressure, so much hype, and he handled it. You know what I mean? He took it on, and he's still taking it on. Or people like Muhammad Ali, and you know, you can use those people's stories and apply it to what it is that you do, and become successful in the industry.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, that is good. I mean, great advice. You know, so when people, you know, I work with small businesses all the time, and then, you know, when I'm in the network marketing industry, people don't kind of treat it like it's a business, but it's a business. You know, yes. So how do you treat it like a business?
This is definitely a business. Now, initially, when you start off with something like this, for some people, it's a hobby, you know, because you don't really see, I know I didn't, I speak for myself. I didn't see this as a career. I saw this as a way to make extra income. But when you really understand the power of what you're building, where you're leveraging your time for the efforts of other people, and you're selling products or services that people use, and they have to use regularly, this is a business. And it wasn't until I started treating this like a business that I really started making money. Meaning tracking my numbers, you know, looking at production, looking at income, you know, doing tax stuff with my accountant. I mean, it is a business. And if you've never been in business before, in the beginning, it can be kind of rough. You can, you know, I know I made some mistakes earlier, but just through experience, I've learned now, you know, that this is you have to run this like a business. And I recommend, you know, Mike had talked about, you know, self-development stuff. You can find information about that online as well. You know, how to run a successful organization. I also recommend going to personal development seminars, you know, people who teach you how to run a business. I have a personal coach that I've had over the last couple of years. I talk to her once a week, and she keeps me on point with my business. You know, am I doing this right? Am I doing that right? Am I, you know, where am I spending my time? All that stuff. So, yeah. Wow.
So you treat it like a business. It is a business. It's a business about the people. You mentioned leveraging the efforts of other people. And we know, as you mentioned earlier, sometimes people are flaky. Sometimes people treat it as a hobby. Yeah. So, you know, how do you keep your teams engaged? How do you identify, you know, which leaders to focus on to keep everything going? What's your process or your thought process regarding that?
Well, over the years, I've kind of figured out that most people are average. They are. Most people settle for the bare minimum or just getting by or being average. Now, a lot of people say they want to be successful. They say it, but their actions do not dictate that. So one of the things I learned early on is I always have to lead by example, no matter what. The people have to see me recruiting. They have to see me getting customers. They have to see everything I'm telling them to do. They got to see me doing it. And as they see me doing it, the right people will pick that up and start duplicating, right? And they'll run with it. And so instead of telling people what to do and chasing them down and calling them and having them not pick up the phone and all that stuff, I just lead. I just recruit.
Yeah.
I replace people. It's just the bottom line. And you'll know when you find somebody like you, because you don't have to call them. They just show up. You know what I mean? They come to all the meetings. They run their own meetings. In 24 years of doing this, you just know that because their actions tell you everything. People can. I'm sure you've heard all kinds of stories. I'm gonna be your next superstar. I'm gonna be your next this, that, and other. Next thing you know, they're in a witness protection program. So, actions are everything. If you continue to lead, you're gonna find people, and then the people around you who aren't doing it, they're seeing that you don't need them. Mm-hmm. They either take action to get your time, or they move on.
Mm-hmm. So, this is full time for you or part time?
I've been doing this full time since 1994.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So what advice would you give to someone who's a social worker who's looking at this video podcast right now, and they're saying, okay, maybe I need to make extra money, or maybe I need to look at a different career, or advance the career that I'm in. So as a social worker, what advice would you give to someone?
Well, I would say to social workers, there are certain skills and techniques and assets that you need to be successful in our industry. I can honestly say being a social worker it gave me an advantage in this business, because I became more compassionate towards people. I was a lot more patient with people. I could relate to people who were on the lower end or struggling or financially having a tough time. I could really relate to those people. I became a better communicator through social work. So if you already have certain skills as a social worker that the average person doesn't have, and you're already into helping people. So network marketing is a good fit. Now you're going to have to realize that it's a business. That's the other side of it.
Yes.
You can't do charity work and make money.
You can make money and then get back.
Exactly. But it will help you in a lot of instances.
Yes, sir.
You'll attract a lot of people to you because of the things that you've had to do in the social work field.
Absolutely.
Well, listen, Orrin, we want to thank you so much for joining us on this. We're excited, and our goal is to just really add value to the industry. And there's no doubt in my mind, this interview will inspire not just folks that are in social work, but in so many other different professions to let them know what's possible for them. So if you feel the same, and we definitely invite you to share this with your community on Facebook. The page is Network Marketing and the number 4. Because we just really want to add value to the industry. And as we close out, how can people reach you if they want to reach you?
There's no ways in which you can reach me. First of all, let me just say this. This is a great platform. I love what you guys are doing. It's great for the industry.
Yes, sir.
It's a great idea. And it's a great way to give people another opportunity, another way out. I believe that nowadays it is fiscally irresponsible to only have one stream of income coming into your household. You can many of the people in our community You know, your job is based on a decision. You know what I mean? Someone can just make a decision and you're out. And you've got family and kids depending on you. Network marketing is a valuable alternative to supplement your income. We're not saying you're going to get rich overnight and that, but if you can do something part-time for 5 years, 3 years, or 10 years, and by the time you retire, you can supplement your retirement income, you can maintain the quality of your life. You know, and then you have some people who can go all the way. I'll be quite frank. We have people in our company right now that are making $500,000 a month. So it's that type of industry. You can make as little as you want, as much as you want. For me, you can go to orinsolomon.com, www.orinsolomon.com, or you can just email me, solo, SOLO 628 at AOL.com. And I'll leave my number as well. I have no problem people reaching out to me. You can call me at 301-793-8565. And I've got 24 years of experience with one company, and would love to help anybody interested in doing so.
All right. Well, good deal. And thank you for, again, coming on and sharing, information to help all of us to progress the network marketing industry. We really appreciate it. Any final thoughts, Mike?
No, I think he hit it out the park. Definitely added value, especially with what our intention is for this podcast. And, I only see, great things happening. So again, Orin, thank you so much for jumping on. I know folks got value from the information you shared. And if we can shift just one person's mindset and their thought process regarding the industry, then it's a victory. So thanks again, buddy.
Awesome. Y'all have a great weekend. Take care.
You too. All right, for all the professional network marketers out there, continue to work your plan and the rest will work itself out. Until next time, continue to improve and progress. Peace.
Peace. See you next time.